Good morning, good morning. Week 9, day 1. The quality this week is disciplined. This is the end of the quarter. This is 9 weeks that you will have done this, which means you're 25% of the way done. 25%. I want to go back and review because I told you at the very beginning that we would be developing character within you. That character education, educate is a Latin word that means to pull out. So what we're doing is pulling out the character qualities that are already in you. And I want to cover some of it because what you do is so loud, you cannot hear what you say. So if we're not developing these qualities, then we're just saying that we are. There's lots of character curriculums, I think, that just point out that you need to have this character or you have it. But I don't think there's anything that develops character like this curriculum does. For instance, the first quality that we had was purpose-driven. How do you develop being a purpose-driven individual? You write goals every week. Every week you sit down and you write the goals, the 3 goals or whatever it is that we're going to have. And over a 36-week period, if you do that every Monday, you're going to become a purpose-driven individual and not just wander around like the processionary caterpillar. The second week, our quality was commitment. And if you remember, our commitment was that we're going to write a plan with every goal. So every week, you're going to write a plan. You've got a goal, whatever that goal might be, and you're going to write a plan to go with it. That's commitment. So I learned to be committed to writing my goals, to being purpose-driven. And from that, it develops the quality of commitment in other things, such as marriage, athletics, school, whatever it might be. The third quality that we did was selflessness. And if you remember, and you need to have a pencil and a paper and write these things down. Purpose-driven is the goals, commitment is writing the plan. Number 3 was selflessness. Right beside the quality of selflessness, write mental age. Because your mental age determines your degree of selflessness. The most selfish people in the world are the kids. You get a little 6-year-old, he doesn't want to share his toys. It's me, 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 everything's about me. There's nothing about anybody else. And if you're 30 years old and it's still about me, 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 then you have a mental age of 6. Remember what we defined, the mental age is defined as the ability to sacrifice a short-term pleasure in order to reach a long-range goal. That's being selfless. In other words, if my mental age is such, I can give up ice cream to lose weight. That's a good mental age. If I'm willing to give up the cell phone on Tuesday night to study for the test on Friday, that's a high mental age. Selflessness is determined by your mental age. The fourth quality that we developed was responsibility. Responsibility is on Friday. You wrote 3 goals on Monday. Friday, we evaluate and we say, okay, how'd you do on those goals? And if you didn't do them, you write down why you didn't do them and what you're going to do differently. That is accepting responsibility for those goals. You give yourself a plus or a minus with each quality. The quality this week is discipline. So at the end of this week, you'll write a plus or a minus with each day if you were disciplined or not disciplined. That's developing the quality of responsibility. The next quality was humility. And we're covering these things so that you can see how we're developing them. In humility, at Kanakuk, our kids, we always send our kids to Kanakuk in the summer, and they had an award they gave, and our daughter won it, so I'm real proud of that. But it was called I Am Third. And it was, in fact, it was a Christian camp, and it was you put God first, other people second, and you were third. What is humility? Humility is I am third. I am not the center of the universe. I am not all that matters. The minute I start thinking I'm great, I will get humiliated, as George Foreman said. To remain humble, I have a chance to be great. The next one was hardworking. Remember, put out beside hardworking, never take the easy way out. The great story in there was about the hogs, where the guy kept putting a little more feed in and putting a plank up, and finally he caught him. Because when you go for something easy, you don't develop the quality of hard working. If I'm always looking for an easy way out, then that quality never becomes developed in me, so I'm never a hard-working individual. You never look for the easy way out. The next quality was positive mental attitude. And beside positive mental attitude, write the word respond, not react. You with me? If you want to have a positive mental attitude, it's as simple as it can be. It's the simplest thing there is. What you do is everything that happens to you today, you respond to it. Don't react to it. React is negative, respond is positive. Everything, there's going to be things happen to you today that are good, and there's going to be things happen to you today that are bad. If you want a positive mental attitude, it's simply the ability to respond. The next quality, the eighth quality, was self-image. And everybody talks about, you yelled at my son, that just ruined his self-image. That is so not true. Holding people accountable does not detract their self-image. If you're going to improve your self-image, you have to improve your self-respect. Remember, it works like this. The better self-respect you have, the higher your self-respect, the higher are your expectations. Simple as it can be. I develop a better self-image by developing self-respect. How do I develop self-respect? Don't ever quit. If you got 10 problems, do all 10 problems. If you got 10 reps, do 10 reps. If you're supposed to get up and make your bed, get up and make your bed. Writing those three goals and writing those plans and accomplishing those three goals is good physical, but it is much more mental than it is physical. What it does, it improves your self-respect. If you improve your self-respect, this portrait you have of yourself will become much better. Again, we're going to cover these quickly so that write these down. Purpose-driven. How do I develop purpose-driven? Write goals. How do I develop commitment? Write plans. How do I determine whether I'm selfless or selfish? It's based on my mental age. Learn the vocabulary. What about responsibility? How do I develop responsibility? Fridays, when you evaluate how you did, you accept responsibility. It's not somebody else's fault. It's not your mom's fault. It's not where you live's fault. It's nothing else. It's yours, your responsibility. Humility. I am third. I am third. I am not first. The first thing to achieving greatness is being humble. Hardworking, never take the easy way out. Positive mental attitude, respond to everything that happens to you today. Self-image, develop self-respect. Your self-respect will determine your self-image. Higher self-respect, higher self-image, higher expectations. Your self-image is totally based on your self-respect. Now, all of that has to do with discipline, because discipline is doing the things that you said you were going to do and doing them right every day. You've been here for 9 weeks. 9 weeks, you should be doing 3 goals. You should be writing plans for those 3 goals, making a commitment. I hear all the time, and I haven't heard from anyone, 580-212-7752 or coachingtochange.lives@gmail.com. I've not heard a negative comment about I don't have time. And I'm so proud of that, because 15 minutes a day, the stories are very seldom more than 10 minutes. So you've got time to write the answers to the questions, to do the goals, to do the things that you need to do. 15 minutes a day out of 24 hours, that's not even a fourth, that's a 1/4 of an hour. 1/4 of 24 hours. Take 15 minutes. Be disciplined this week and take 15 minutes every day to do these. Be disciplined. See you tomorrow.